Farming Ash, the one true space ninja.
Narc.
I don't know. I haven't got like an injury sound, but maybe one day I will. Become Hydroid. Thank you. I am a bit dehydrated. Right now I feel more like dry droid. I'm from the future. It's Tuesday for me. Yeah, it's Tuesday here too. Sire. Don't you try to out-future me. I know you're slightly more in the future, but we're both future lords. Make no mistake, William White. Okay. Yo, Ricky, 2 a.m. tonight. You're much too kind, my friend. Don't even trip. I'm here to keep you all up to all hours of the day and night. Reject Inaris, embrace the Wet Lord. That reminds me, I gotta do the quest, the Sands of Inaris eventually. Soon, hopefully. It's gamer time once more. Energy in hand. Let's go. Let's fully go, gamers. Man, I haven't slept. I tried to mix, I think, embrace and go. Why not? Let's go. Funny enough, just got my Garuda today. What is sleep? Baby, don't hurt me. So I got magpies outside my window now. They're building an empire. So I'm not allowed to sleep past maybe 6:30 or so. Hey, I've learned something very important since the last Warframe stream. Tell me. Speaking of which, let's do a show and tell. I'm gonna give you my homework. So I was curious this morning. I'm like, yo, what was the first Warframe? What were the first frames that released with the game, not lore-wise? So I managed to find a list. So these are the very first frames that apparently dropped with the initial beta release. Vault, Trinity, Ember, Ash, Rhino, Excalibur, Mag, Loki, and then December of that year, 2012, Excalibur Prime dropped. Interesting. Very interesting. Also, I was surprised to find that Vorburn is such an old frame. Same with Saren too. Ash was one of the first? Yeah. Apparently so. The 25th of October, 2012. Warframe's weird, you know, like, thinking back to what I was doing in 2012, it's difficult to conceive that Warframe had just come out. Like, until I started playing Warframe last year, it just felt like it was always there. It's like 6 a.m. here, I haven't slept. Oh, buddy. Alright, what did I miss? Hey, here we go. Hutz und of Clem equals it's one of them. Oh! Cute. Cute. Hey, yo, if I want to get into Warframe, God forbid, should I try and get Loki? I think most of the community would advise against that. I like him, he's alright. As a starter frame, though, I'd probably recommend Vault. Because we pick one of 3 frames to start with. Yeah, like so you got Mag, Vault, or Excalibur. Excalibur's like the safe bet to start with. But I'd recommend Vault if you want something a little spicy. Best starter is Excal. So I'd rather say Excalibur. Excal. It's kind of hard to say. All right. So today, I was looking through my list of frames, just to see if there were any other frames that I might want to try and get while we're at it. I don't really have anything. Actually, the closest I am to another frame is, other than Garuda and Ash, is Titania, but it's the Prime, right? So if I get the Prime systems, I can build it. Which is interesting. Very rarely have I gotten the Prime first. I managed to get to almost the start of the stream. Yeah, we haven't even started playing yet. You're welcome. How do you guys say it? Because I think in the original play, it's Titania? Is that right? But because it's sci-fi, I kind of want to say Titania. I don't know. I don't know, my guys. But, you know, we're whittling through the list here. You are correct. Which way? Yes. Okay. I'm going to say Titania, because it makes me sound like less of a wank. She's not made of titanium? She could be. I pronounce it as Titania. What do the devs pronounce it as? If we've ever got footage of them. I just feel like to say Titania, I feel like I should be putting a little spackle on. I should be using an accent. Titania or something, you know. I don't know. Anyway. So, we've got... let me slide into... Garuda here. I need many minerals. Some of which I don't even think I can build yet. Like the Theist, the Thist. I think I need to rank up a little bit. But we got all the toroids. I guess I could conceivably trade for these as well. Uwu, mining and chill. Yeah, I figure we'll do a half and half. Like we'll do a Railjack defense. And then we'll do some mining and chill. And then we'll do Railjack defense and then mining and chill. Okay, and while we're at it, I mean, I may as well upgrade some things. Let me have a look how I'm going for. Rebecca says Titania and Titania's official introduction video. I see what you did there. What am I looking for? I'm looking for former. Do I have any formers? I don't. Some require max Fortuna rank yet? Oh. Oh, gross. Alright, so I was told that I'm just honest. Alright, I'm gonna level with you guys. Kufazar's feeling a little bit lackluster. Like, it's not. I just kind of expected more out of it. I'm given to understand it does pop off, but I may need to put a little more work into it. That's perfectly reasonable. So what do you reckon? We going more Madurai on this lord? Is that the strat? When in doubt, Madurai? Stick on that hunter munitions? Hang on. Oh yeah, okay. Madurai is what we'll need then. You could still trade for the gems if you can't stand Fortuna standing. Yeah, look. You need some galvanized mods and hunter munitions. Yeah, okay. Mod for viral. That shouldn't be too hard. So I should just be able to... Never mind. Hang on, what have I done? What? I looked at this, I saw that, and I assumed that was the same. Never mind. So now we've got viral. Is it worth putting a Vizarin on there? Did you claim the glyphs for the quest against cancer? I have no idea what that is. Optimizing download cache? Yeah, I got the same. I'll be around 6 months. Go to redeem code and type QTCC and QTCC2. Alright, I don't know how to do that, but we'll deal with that in a second. Alright, let me Let me do some modding here. Alright, totally forgot what I had on. The code is... Oh, in the market. Thank you. Thank you for that. So what do we get? Glyphs. Critical damage. Oh, multi-shot is what I would want. Which I can't fit, so that's fine. And, oh, look, we'll do one at a time here. Here we go. So, QTCC. Okay. There you go. I've actually forgotten how we change our glyph. Is it in, interface? Hang on, was it in interface? No, that's not right. Or is it just up here? How have I forgotten how to do this? Profile? Maybe? The option is in profile? Equipment? Profile? What have I done? How have we come to this, guys? How have we reached this? No? I feel like I can see the screen, I just can't remember how to get to it. Profile menu from escape. Oh. Oh. There you go. Can we search by owned? Thank you. Get some sister simpage going, perhaps? So which of the ones we got? Is this it? Ah, there you go. Would you look at that? Alright. So what else were we doing? 60/60 mod for cold is better? Ah, well look, I haven't got that. And a display is decor. Oh, you can put them on stuff. All right, let's get out there, individuals. Open it up to the friendos. Slide into the piece. Let's get going. We're gonna get some ash parts. I guarantee, first time. I feel like I haven't played this game in forever. Okay, yes, Fallen Glory. We got this. A little bit of defense. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather do Luckless Expanse, but I don't know. We do get like a 2% better chance if we do Fallen Glory. Did they change where Ash drops? I'm always behind on times, also hi. Hello, Fenna. Yes, I believe so. A little while ago. Used to be Grenier Maniacs. They've made it harder, right? I kind of... Look. I kind of wish the whole thing was just a Railjack mission. Rather than the worst defense map imaginable. But that's okay. That's okay. Like, we're riding high here. I mean, from the moment... We're riding high with 32 frames and 3 primes. I mean, it's not even like a beggars can't be choosers sort of situation. It's like, it's appreciate what you got.
Coming up. this vessel. Board and protect the target.
Took me roughly 30 minutes to get a full Ash set with an extra system for the smoking body ephemera. But now it's cringe. Is that smoking body as in it is literally smoking, or it's smoking hot? Sirs, allow me to slide into the piece here. I wish it was the second. You'll love to see it. Also, I need to finish up my sister and get the Tenant Envoy. So then I can get a Lich and get Kuva Ogress and then never do a Lich ever again. You'll love to see it. Thank you for the cannon assist there, sire.
I want more firepower out there. Launch one of our cruise ships.
As in literally smoking? You hate to see it.
Ship reinforcement has arrived.
Yes, join the Kuva Ogress gang. Alright, so chat, I need to know. Give me your opinion. Please opine at me. Vis-a-vis... What in the hell is that? What am I looking at here?
Intensified bombardment.
What am I looking at here and why? Void Hole? What does that do? It's a combat ability? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so... Kuva Ogress or Kuva Zar? Look at this dank recess. Do you have fairy bread? Or perhaps a ham sandwich for your recess? You know what always really bothered me? Am I on the wrong side? That'll... There, yeah, look. It sucks literally? Could you repeat the question? My Wi-Fi cut out. Kuva Ogress or Kuva Zar? Anyway, I don't know if this happened in other parts of the world, but here in Australia, they referred to like your recess snack, and to clarify, recess being the break in the school day before lunch. So like your morning tea kind of sort of situation. They referred to your snack for that period as your play lunch. And I always fucking hated that. As a child, I hated that. Zara's more powerful, Ogress is more fun? Well then we're going Ogress. I think play lunch is an older term. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I don't know, it feels like a really creepy way to put it. I don't know why, it just bothers me. What's going on, Reborn? Would you like to become the #1 sage? You'll always be the #1 sage in my heart and in my mind. Oh man. It feels good to be back in the Protea zone. I cannot deny. Sire, the cheeky double jump, the double. I go with Ogress for the napalm. I do love the smell of napalm in the morning. What's poppin', Ricky? Look, I tell you what. I have nothing intelligent to respond to that. We're getting Ash, and we're gonna do a little bit of mining as well. I need it. It's the look. I can't let the Season of Frames die. We're in the middle of the well, we're at more like at the end of the Season of Frames, but you know, we need to cap it off with a big old a big old pop. Honestly, we need a Protea Tenet skin. Oh. Interesting. Look, is there any ETA on the deluxe Protea skin? Yeah, Ricky, how goes it? Look, it's going pretty aight. How are you doing? I was woken up at 6:30 by magpies this morning, so we're feeling roasted and ready. When do we get the retro jock skin? It's right here. Observe. As far as I know, Protea Deluxe should be updated after New War, but I have no source on that. Right on, right on. Man, I need it, you know? Desperately. My man just popped. Well, it's 4:30 a.m., so I'm feeling a bit of everything. You just look, you live in life near the bone where it is sweetest, and I respect that. There's no point living safe, you know? In life, you got to take chances, or the chances take you. I suspect.
Narc.
I suspect Protea Deluxe Glyph is giving DE a headache. Oh, right. I see what you're saying. They gotta program the individual zeros and ones into the cloth physics. Hello, Shadow. Ash and Garuda do tend to pop enemies like balloons, not gonna lie. I would be disappointed if you lied to me about that. What is up, fellow god gamer? Oh, it's the toe goblin? Unbelievable. In this house, we god game exclusively. Speaking of which, when was the last decent god game released? I feel like I need that in my life. In the words of the great Charles White, you either bust a nut or you're the nut that gets busted. This ties in perfectly to our Crunchy Nut cereal conversation from last stream. Ash is very good. If you want a frame that makes Sedna area a walk in the park, it is Ash. Yo. So why Sedna specifically? Hey man, I'm not going to spoil anything about Ash, but I will say this. True damage? So all the other damage in the game is fake, but Ash has the true damage? You love to see it. Yeah, absolutely love to see it. Garuda is pretty fun, but the fact that you can color her claws but not her abilities was a deal breaker for me. I am a fashion frame obsessive. So like, I'm picky as hell. I am also a fashion frame lord, but I also need to collect them all. Because I need this for myself, you know? I need to complete this project. Thank you for the follow, Bolt Glitch. I need all the frames, and then I need to cap it all off with a resplendent tier list video. Garuda's abilities are all about blood, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable.
Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Kind of irrelevant, but Ash is also kind of a default pick for endurance runners. Do you mean like just going forever in survival? Is that what you're talking about? Because that would be very interesting. That is up my alley. People usually go disruption these days. Oh, gross. But I'll allow it. Gross, but acceptable. For endurance, since it takes less time than survival. Right, right. So what's the value of aiming for endurance specifically? Is it just like bragging rights? And I see what you mean. I use red to begin with, so I never really... Oh, okay. Hey, hey, how goes it? Bishop Grey. I was really upset when you died at the end of Aliens, but I'm glad you're here now. Thank you for the gear up. Glide 24. You saucy devil. Let's do it.
Multipass.
Let's legitimately go. I can't see a thing. But that's alright. We don't need to see. All we need to do is press 2. We press 2 and things die. It's bragging rights, boredom, chilling with friends, take your pick. Ah, so all the reasons I do it. Look, there's something, maybe less so bragging rights, but I really like a nice long survival run with the boys. You know, we slide into Pluto or Sedna. For whatever reason, Pluto seems to, I don't know, it just seems to hit a bit nicer. But yeah, you know, you get to the point where it's like, yo, boys, is it time to pull out? You know, it's getting a little bit sweaty. It's good. It's a good time. Actually, Bishop never died. He was shut off in 3. I have very little memory of 3, considering that it was heavily boring. So you'll forgive my mistake. I love how Garuda has this feeling of as long as you have health, you have energy. As long as you have energy, you have health. Oh, don't tease me. Don't spoil me too much. I need to pog out of my gourd. But that sounds very exciting. Speaking of converting one thing into another and back. Harrow video coming out at the end of the week. Sir, look, I need to be using the Tsar a little more. We have to rank her up. How we going? How we got there? Rank 10. I'll allow it. I also need my Cindy rank, the Perrin sequence, so that I can get some Nidus augments. Sire. Oh, I forgot I can slap shields down. I haven't played Protea in like 2 weeks. Please, sir. Harrow's a front frame, and you seem to like him on stream. Look, yeah. He's a good time. Yo, I'm pogging. And we all pog together. Through the cold mist. I will say Garuda. I have looked into it. I want it, and I think Rick will enjoy it once familiar. Yo, you see that? That's why they call me a professional gamer. They don't, but they will. I have really mixed feelings about 3. I absolutely despise how dirty they did people on that ship crash, yes. Also, as an alien movie, it's far worse than the previous ones, but as a horror movie, it's top tier. Yeah, look, you know what? I can respect that. I feel like I need to watch it again to maybe appreciate it on its own merits, but it's that classic thing of, you know, as a sequel, is perhaps not great, but if you pretend that it's its own standalone movie, you know, we can deal with it. Look, I gotta say, I respect the different direction they took. It was an era where they didn't just carbon copy sequel after sequel, and you know, Fast and Furious 9 is indistinguishable from Fast and Furious 23, you know. They took risks, they tried some things out, and that's really rad. I've talked about this before, but you know, the first Alien was very much a suspenseful horror thriller, and the second one was an action movie. And the same can be said for the Terminator movies as well. And then you had Terminator 3. Hello, Call Dragon. I still suffer with medical bonds, so I'll pass. For a second I thought you were talking about an actual ailment, and then I realized it was Fortuna rank. So it's not fun, huh? Like, so I know they updated the Harrow grind so it's easier to get, but I was 100% ready and willing to go deep into the old Harrow grind, even though you guys gave me permission. Drago? Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. You guys gave me full permission to just buy Harrow, and I was gonna grind it deep and hard and ready. All right. Fortuna rank makes me want to just trade for the materials. I don't remember what happened in T3. Maybe it's for the best. It was a bit unfortunate. I don't know, just the pacing was weird, the tone was weird. Like, I specifically remember a lot of broad daylight shots, which just felt like there was no suspense in that movie. All I remember is Arnie, like, shooting people with a coffin or something in broad daylight in a cemetery. It just had very odd vibes. Do you feel like they robbed good content out of you when they made getting Harrow easier? Good is subjective, perhaps debatable. Yeah, actually, you know what? In terms of the enjoyment of you guys watching me suffer, yeah, they've robbed me. They've robbed me and they owe me. I'm gonna get DE Rebecca on the line right now. Still not as bad as Deimos grind? Really? I've found that a lot more manageable. And enjoyable. All I remember about T3 is a terrible gag with the Elton John type glasses the Terminator puts on first. I don't even remember that. Good morning. Hello, Illyri. How you doing? How you doing? You found the Deimos grind easy? Yeah. So, well, maybe not. Yeah, look, no, I'll say easy. I didn't have a problem with it. You are fortunate you don't remember it. T3, Keck. Still don't feel like getting a helmet. Yeah, I don't know. It's worth noting I've had help, but this is the thing. All things being equal, like, yeah, alright, let me put it this way. If I had to do Deimos solo, I may feel the same way. But even though I've had help with Fortuna, I still hate it. Is there a Razorback for the Orican? Yeah, I saw. Sir? Cease to exist? That reminds me I need to build some Razorback ciphers. I want my Razorback ribs. Call Drago. Drago, maybe? Is that like Better Call Saul, but it's Khal Drago instead? Well, thank you for the follow, brother. I don't know why I'm mesmerized by your name. They should add the token system to all the other worlds. IMO, it's honestly the best solution. I don't think I'd hate that. No, my only concern is then it's kind of nice for each open world to feel a little unique. But the token system would make things more tolerable for Fortuna, yeah. Is Shawzin call me Drago? There you go. Thing is, no matter how nice and unique you can make builds with Helmuth, I just find it kind of lame. Look, I haven't tried it yet, but I can appreciate that maybe you lose a little bit of the frame's identity. But if we can put a Schlorp on Protea, which we can, doesn't it replace a 4? I can't remember. Your MI15, right? That's right. Yo. We should be able to get parent sequence max today, right? I think that's possible. Try invigoration? What is that? The go-to bad Protea ability is her 4. Dude, I find it so useful though. If it wasn't for the 4, I would not have been able to take out any of my sisters. What is happening? Like, for example, you can get an Ashe build with X-Scar blind and hit 2 million damage by pressing one button. That just kills the fun of the game. Yeah, maybe. Look, that's interesting that they let you do that, though. I took out her 4. I must be the only individual on the face of the planet who appreciates Protea's 4. You can, hang on, you consume obtuse amounts of resources to get a random 3 frames each week. A week-long random buff? It's 3 random big buffs you get for 3 random frames each week. Alright, I gotta look into that. So it's just a straight... I think I vaguely know what you're talking about. So is it random amongst the frames you own, or random amongst all frames? I mean, you know what? I could see that being really interesting as, like, picture this. We have all the frames. All frames including ones you don't own or use. Right, okay. This is what we can try. Once I have all the frames, we start doing invigoration. And then, for that week, the challenge is we only use those frames. What do you think of that, guys? I think that could be fun.
Extraction is ready.
That sounds like a good time to me.
Continue to defend.
Sounds cool, not gonna lie, right? Look, I'm not anticipating getting to the end of, like, of the farm grind anytime soon. Because there'll always be things to unlock and new frames coming out, but you know, once we approach that, we gotta think of new ways to keep things fresh. They make you play frames you normally ignore. Exactly. And maybe even like them. Or at least confirm why you don't. Exactly. After a few configurations, excuse me, you can choose what Warframes get the buff. Really interesting. Can you keep the random up though? Still can't make me switch off Zephyr. Look at this lord. Loving Zephyr. I respect it. Yo, you ever ranked up Kuvazar before? Every 10 frame, you can choose a 1 frame. Ah, okay. That's a good system. I like that. Yeah, I think that could be fun. 4 weeks for 1 choose. Nice. A110 Zephyr? Explain what that is to me. Or is it A110? A110 Zephyr gang? Rise up? It's a plane with a gun? Gotcha. You know, farming ash is the worst farm in the game? I've heard that. But you watch, we're going to do it this time. This is the one right here. I'm not going to say that I personally guarantee it. But I personally guarantee it. Which part you need? I require... It's systems, right, guys? I think. Yeah. Sir? Sir! I may have made it, too. Look, if you're not popping Flower of Power in midair, what are you even doing with your life? If you want, you can upgrade Zephyr to an AC 130. AC is something I know from MechWarrior 5, which I played yesterday, by the way. Do we have any MechWarrior fans here? I know we got a couple. Yo, where is this Immaculate D coming from? Please, sir. I'm a mech fan. Let's actually go. Imagine DE starts reworking old frames to bring back their hype and make them more fun to play. Don't they occasionally do that? I just don't have time to play with Warframe, etc. Immaculate D. I'm sorry, you're unfamiliar with the Immaculate D, Illyri? Been a fan since MechWarrior 2? Yeah! I mean, look, Fenner, I know. I know you're all about the M-dubs. Please rework Nyx. The irony is, Nyx can be super useful. I found some use with her, for her, perhaps. Taking out sisters. But yeah, look, for those who don't know, MechWarrior 5 recently dropped DLC, which is apparently not very good. And an update, which is apparently really quite good. And it includes melee, and the melee, it doesn't suck. Like, it could have been really poorly implemented, but I think they did it alright. Nyx is getting some huge number buffs, I think, very soon. heavy pog. They nerfed Chroma. How dare they? Yo, we're almost there, fam. I need to replay some Battletech. Haven't touched it since I bought DLCs. Also, MechWarrior 5 seems to be on Game Pass. Let's go. It's actually, honestly, I wouldn't have recommended it during, on its full release. Initial launch, rather. Is what I'm trying to say. But now, it's pretty okay. It's not quite, like, I still desperately want a game with the management of Battletech and the real-time mech gameplay from MechWarrior. But, you know. You know what? No, yo. Like, listen. What if someone made a mod that if you own both MechWarrior 5 and Battletech, you play the overworld management of Battletech, and then when it comes time to do a mission, it loads up like a random equivalent of that mission in MechWarrior 5. Hey Rick, I love your YouTube content. I just wanted to wish you a very good stream before I sleep. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we didn't get what we wanted. But I'm glad you're enjoying the vids and have a good sleep. I still need to former my Angstrom for the rockets, although I have the birch covered. How are you handling the knockback? Oh man, look. It's alright, we'll get it done.
There are others out there, like me, going it alone.
Can we... Last I checked, Ash's average farming time for all parts was 15 hours. I mean, I've already put some decent time into getting this one piece. So I really do be stretching the emphasis on fun. Look, he's got some spackle about him. In 400 login day, you get primed sure footsteps. Yo. Oh, you mean the literal knockback? Thought, a synth cover of Take Away Its Pain, Smiles, from Duran would be cool. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Not by name, at least. Okay, let's take a quick mineral mining break. Oh, hang on, I need to return to the... I feel like, I don't know, this thing's a little bit clunky. I wish there were a way to go directly back to the orbiter. It's a theme for the sacrifice. Oh, sorry, you said Duran, and for whatever reason my brain thought Duran. Okay. Let me look it up. Sir, no ads, please.
Disobedience isn't a choice I only make once. It's a far-sucking lifestyle. And it hurts. Fighter destroyed.
Yes. This is lovely. Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually. God, I love that theme. It's freaking rad. Did you know that Warframe has playable instruments called Shawzin?
Tenno.
I was hoping to be able to bring it up immediately and just show you. Yes, I do. Feel like it has some room for synthy vibes. Yeah, I really, really wanted to try some Blade Runner-esque kind of atmospheric synth stuff. It could be a good vehicle for that. Isn't he a music teacher? Hold up, you're a music teacher, Ricky? Yeah. I teach guitar, keys, and vocals. You can mod in your own music into the game with Shawzin bot. Is that an external resource? Because that sounds really cool. I admit playing the Shawzin itself is a little bit too much like Guitar Hero, which I suck at. Convert a MIDI imp. Now, alright, now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is something I understand. Shawzin bot is a third-party software that can read MIDI files and play their content in-game. It simulates key presses, and that's how the Shawzin is played. Let's actually go. Yo, thank you for letting me know. That's friggin' rad. Been jamming Rasputin on my Shawzin? I know that one. That's sick. I'm currently studying to become a music teacher myself at the moment. Yo, big rad. What do you play? If you have it, yeah, I do have a Shawzin. Absolutely. I saw your YouTube videos from the beginning, but never make it to stream because of the time zone. Yeah, I'm surprised to see a lot of European time zone peeps. Uwu, time for Love Punk and Warframe. Ooh. Yes. Straight up. I'm Middle East. There you go. Well, hang on. What? Let me have a look. Honestly, that's a time zone I think we all tend to neglect. I mean, well, look, it doesn't even show up on the list. Oh, no, there you are. So, it's like 4 a.m. for you guys? So, if we say, like, roughly after school... See, that's the issue, yeah. I either have to stream super, super late for me. or we hit these times. It sucks. Alright. 3:33 a.m. Oof. I play keys primarily, but I do shred my KEYTAR. Excuse me? Excuse me? Listen. Yo, which KEYTAR do you have? There's so few of them on the market that pretty sure I know them all. A Roland AX says, yo, you got the big boy. How do you find it? It's like, look. The AX Edge is a tempting proposition. It's just so big. And it's got, you know, it's got the Roland, like, programming methodology behind it. I've got a Roland JDXI and yeah, look, it's a bit tough to program. We need some more KEYTARs on the market. I think I saw an ad and it looked way too cool and I ordered it, and honestly, one of my best buys ever. Yeah. Look, it's a unique piece of kit. Tried learning piano when I was a kid. My dumbass got bored and gave up. Here I am now contemplating my life choices while suffering in university. Oh no. Look, if it makes you feel any better, when I first started learning guitar, the same thing happened to me. But then I picked it up again in my mid-teens and stuck with it. I don't consider it my main instrument, so I'm not amazing on it, but I serviceable. I can do enough. But yeah, look, it's never too late. Yo, I'm excited about Shawzin bot. Thanks, guys. I didn't know about this. I was a poor student at the time, so very risky to spend that much on it, but played some prog rock and stuff on it. Of all things, most fun I've had playing concerts, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Whenever I do a gig with the KEYTAR, people pog out of their gourds. It almost doesn't matter what I'm playing. They're just like, what is that? Alright, guys. So I'm going to take a super quick little break to rehydrate and whatnot. It's just a hype instrument in general. Straight up it is. It's like the hunting horn in Monster Hunter or something. It's like it's the instrument for the bard class of life. Because it's just a hype piece. Alright, I'm going to take a real quick short little break. I'll run an ad and we will be back with some mining. Chill mining in a hot second. Yo! Chat was right! You'll never hear me say that ever again.
Narg.
But chat was right. Rule number 1. The mace is the be-all and also the end-all. I love the wording of that. Just between you and me. Wield it with rudeness and honor. It just got even better. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. This is why we're friends, dude. Rule number 2. Craigasm at all times when maces are present. Yes. Yes. Rule number 3. Any mace-like item is not a mace except pertaining to number 3A. In the event of no genuine maces being available, a nearest equivalent must be formed under the emergency guidelines stipulated in the Rude Boy's Guide to Maces. Yes! Oh! I'm excited! I'm excited about these rules! Cool. Hang on, I wanna scope out the... Sir. Oh, do you see that? That was amazing. Okay. Anyway, fair warning. Didn't sleep too well. So, if your boy falls asleep on stream, please do me a favor and put it on Twitter for me.
Narg.
Okay. Hello. Fully built. I'm sorry, chat. I downplayed the fully built part of former. Yeah, it's the middle one, I think. 8 out of 8 Wood Emperor again.
Lacking fluidity.
He looks like he's
great.
dabbing.
But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Hang on. Did I just do a royal dab at this man? I mean, but you know, chat has spoken.
What is it now? Lost it, have you? Stay dead this time. Okay.
Perhaps that will be some help.
What?
That's technically my kill. I get credit.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
Honestly, I'm not even mad.
I'm also about to die.
I'm gonna solo this whole area, just you wait. I'm soloing. Oh, fuck me.
That is incorrect. We'll wait for you here.
Yeah, we'll wait here.
No, it's fine. Oh, he's back. He's back into it.
Oh, he's done it again.
For
Jesus.
crying out loud. You're making this real awkward. Alright, now are you dying?
No, I've
Oh, he's got another
winded,
second wind. Jesus.
and
No,
I'm
he's
dead
dead.
again.
Well, I'm mostly there now. I might as well try and help you.
Wow, what a rude boy. Oh,
No,
God.
he's
I
dead.
see.
And now,
Oh,
oh,
my
he's got
God.
it again. My God.
Would you just make up your mind?
Run back.
You bloke.
Tell
Did
me
you
more.
end up taking all of them out?
What's going on?
No, you
You
didn't.
can't have. There was 2 badass skags. How much could he have
I
actually
think it was actually a badass and an adult.
That was so close and beautiful. John Snizzle, you got it, fam. Look at this gentle boy. He is my son. And he loves me. Ready? Oh! Oh, shit!
Object not accepted. Please revisit your training.
So... Okay. This is an ad. For a project management tool called Monday.com. Chat. Range and not duration. Yeah, yeah. Also... Pog. That foundry? Yeah, you fucking like that? Clearly they... they didn't think this one through, did they? Anyway, I don't know if something special is going to happen when I pop it out, so just in case, I'm saving it for the video. Can I ask you a serious question?
Is it actually serious? But look, go on.
What did I need copper for?
I don't know.
Cable
You-
extenders.
Cable
You never
extender.
even said.
I gotcha, fam. Alright.
Cable extenders.
Are you distracted?
Basically me in high school. Let's just run the gamut here, right? Friar Tuck. Why would you willingly choose this haircut? My favorite is green. Well, in honor of you... Oh no, we've become the Joker. In honor of you, we'll be green while we're checking the hairstyles here. This room is EZ. Come on, dude. Let's go. Is he still alive? Unbelievable. I kind of feel like the sink doesn't need to retract in this case. Because think about it. Why would the sink need to retract? So you can... Yeah, I get it, dude. I know. Hang on. Sink. Sink. Are you listening to me? Sink. Just a coincidence. Don't even trip. There we go. We're back to war crimes. Which is my favorite kind of crime. That's weird to say. That's a weird thing to say, dude.
Welcome to the Perp Squad.
Welcome to Streamer Luck.
Money's in the bag, and there he is. Right on a schedule. Target marked. Take him down.
Welcome to Bow Motor.
One less luck of making.
Are you kidding me right now? I'm not kidding you.
Look around his files, tells us.
Just in case you were wondering. No one is being kidded.
Let's wrap this up. Endgame. Maximum destruction. Every corpus unit is a target.
One, the little bitsy boy. Let's go. Yo, more iron? Why not? Let's do some of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's gas them, boys.
Follow my orders.
Warframe movie, and Vor is played by Greg Grenier?
No scum!
Hear me out. A Warframe game? Oh, that's off the chain now. I couldn't even conceive of that. Ye for Mirage. Oh, good God. Oh, I want that. That's a war. That's war crime. The weapon. Someone has just snapped off a big fucking cannon from like a starfighter. All right, guys, hear me out. So I was playing around. I didn't realize the Shawzin bot is better than I thought. It actually lets you. Oh, here we go. Oh, baby, you know it. It lets you play a MIDI controller. So like I can play the Shawzin in real time with like a keyboard or something. The only thing, so I can do it with my, if I switch devices here, I'm just playing a keyboard right now. Right? But I want to be able to do it with the KEYTAR. So, I need to, yeah, that's not working right now. Let me just go into my manual
Adam
here.
the Cludger says, Sire, don't.
No, Sire, we're doing it. MIDI channels, MIDI note, program change, bank set, MIDI channels, I think is what I want. Sire do? Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, MIDI uses 16 channels, yes. Calling the MIDI output. Oh man, there's too much going on. MIDI local settings when connecting a computer. So like I'm connected via, unless I'm connected to the wrong thing. That's this, hang on. It could be as simple as that. Give me a second, guys. Lepog. Sick beats. Can you imagine? How many people have played the Shawzin with a KEYTAR IRL, you know? Okay, let me delve into my wires here. Hold on. End game. We've reached it. Have I got play the right spot? Hang on. Let me use my camera. What does it say there? It is very hard to see. Come on, focus, damn it. What do you say? What are you? In? Are you in? Okay, if that's the case, I got you in the wrong spot. Come on. In. There we go. Okay. What about now? Sire. Yeah? Hang on, let me get the strap on first. Wait, so the in-game instrument supports MIDI input? No. I've had to use a third-party program, but it's dead easy to set up. Alright. So hang on, I need to set it to chromatic. This, sir, is a privilege. I'm so honored to be here live. Let's go. Okay, there's something not quite... Something a little bit off. Because it also seems to be changing the scale as we go, which I don't want. Hang on, let me... Disable vibrato, scale chromatic transpose notes, probably not. Yeah, I don't want it to do that. Let me go back to the Shawzin bot documentation. You must start with a chromatic scale in-game. Okay, once the program is running, you'll see the following window. Okay, hang on. Let me do this then. If I... D straight up needs to see this. The level of bogs. Ricky, if you play it with Octavia, lets you use the beat from her mallet. Alright, we're doing that. So... Yo, though. Pull up Octavia. She's already rocking. She's ready to go.
How the Tenno arm themselves.
Okay, so we set to... Went the wrong way. Chromatic. Now I'll run Shawzin bot. We'll set the input. Yeah, look, it's not quite right. No, that one's right. No, okay. It could just be it's hitting the top of its range. Yeah, okay. Hasn't got a lot of range, but that's fine. You hearing that beat? Ooh, there's a little bit of lag. Oh, that's tough. Honestly, there's even a little bit of lag with the regular keyboard. That's tough. That's not great. Holy shit, it just worked. Hang on. What's that weekend song? Or is it in A? Can't remember how it goes actually. Still incredible, mate, though. The quick descending scale when you were just testing actually sounded so sick. Just a pentatonic. I use it to autoplay MIDI files. This just pog. Oh baby, I can't believe this works. It needs some tuning, but the fact it works is pretty legit. Legitimately legit. Okay, so if I reintroduce transpose notes. Yeah, okay. So what we've got here is, I'll just start in a C major scale. Because it's got a limited range. See how it jumps around a little bit? From now on, just activate Equinox 4 on defense and start jamming while completing wave after wave. There's a Shawzin that sounds more like an electric guitar. I can't remember its name. Now Ricky needs all the... I do need all the Shawzins. So let's have a look. Which one's the... electric one. Busking for Plat? Think it's Tiamat? Compose ballads of old threads risen anew with this Shawzin? Is there any way to hear it first? Because I'll friggin' buy it, guys. I'll do it. You know, Mimico, yeah, it's Mimico. Like, you don't get it. This is... I've always got a keyboard plugged in. It's actually easier to use the one that's already plugged in. Corbu is the electric guitar? It does look pretty sexual. This is the green one. Tiamat is bass. Corbu is electric. Yeah, you confirm that, Cloggles? I'll do it. Right. Okay. I'm doing it. I've actually spent plat. I hope you're proud. Hang on, let me turn off transposition because it messes around with it a little bit. Hold up, I think we've got to run it again. Oh! It's doing it. It's sending the signals. Hang on, I gotta reopen Shawzin but Prime shred equipped. Okay, let's set this up again. This is how videos are gonna go now. Just so you know. Hang on, I need 2 hands, ladies. Real in-game, play Warframe with guitar controller. I have done that with MechWarrior. Next stream playing Warframe with KEYTAR. We're doing it now. We're doing it live. Okay, hang on. Chromatic. And I'll reopen... I need to set a shortcut for Shawzin bot. Okay. And these are their stories. Now, if only we had a pitch bend. Alas, the game doesn't support that. But... Smoke on the Water Warframe version? Oh god, how would that go? What about... Go...
Adam the Clutcher says hi Ricky, it's Hugh here. Please can I be lead vocalist? La 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 la.
Of course you can, buddy. Oh, we've run out of notes, okay. There it is.
Rocknot5 says this is why I love Warframe.
Honestly, yes. Agree.
Hooligan 2615 says, is the scale constantly changing intentional?
No. So I think it's just some finickiness with how it interfaces with Shawzin bot. I'm not sure. But it says that we have to be on chromatic to start with. So I actually don't have any notes down there. Then I run out of notes. Sorcery. It's actually beautiful, guys. Imagine if we could do chords. Whammy. So if I enable, hang on, if I click enable vibrato, the question is, how do I do that? Does it do it like every second time? Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Were you the first Shawzin streamer? We all live together? Oh god, how's that go? Hang on, let me have a quick listen to it. Might be easier just to play MIDIs through it than try to play directly. Oh, for sure. I should be recording this. Why am I not recording this? Okay. Just want to get the key here. I may even, I've got it somewhere. If I, so you guys should be able to hear that. Too bad non-squad can't hear it in hubs. That'd be great if they could, right? Let's spice it up, play the Witcher theme, but on KEYTAR, but in Warframe on electric guitar. What did I just walk in on? You walked in on me playing the Shawzin with a KEYTAR. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Now imagine a whole squad playing this. What the fuck Merlina doing back there? She's just chilling. She's just chilling. It's cool. Alright, so like the Witcher theme. God. How's that go? Da 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 da. Something like that. So I joined too late. How'd the Ash Garuda farm go? Oh, we haven't succeeded yet. He did one attempt at the Ash farm, didn't get the piece, and got distracted playing around with Shawzin bot. This has been a wild ride, Ricky, but it's getting late. I hope the stream continues being this legendary. Good night from Norway. Don't even trip. Thanks for being here. This is so good. It's the best kind of distraction, though. It's not. Okay, so let me turn off vibrato. What's up, Ricky? You know, just playing the Shawzin with a KEYTAR. No one is complaining about the distraction. Literally dropped everything for the sake of the poggiest groove. This is so much better than farming. Who needs Ash when you have Shawzin? Alright, hear me out. Recording the different Shawzins and then cutting all together for a song would be rad as fuck. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. It could happen. Playback speed. Okay, that's for proper playback. I need to change the name of the stream. Playing. How do you even spell this thing? Oh, it's exactly how it sounds. Shawzin with a KEYTAR, sir. Recutting together, playing different Shawzins. Do it, you won't.
5T3V3N5 says cutting together, playing different Shawzins. Do it, you won't.
You know, the first time you upload a video about Warframe, I said you will quickly leave it behind, but now I'm happy you didn't. Yeah, baby! Stream title, playing Warframe, how it's meant to be played. In Captura, you can have up to 8 players. Warband confirmed. Holy shit. Alright, so hear me out. Oh, baby. Hear me out, though. So we're going to go into Captura here. I feel like we need the Granum Void. Defino, thank you for the follow. Is the band going to be played called the Chrome Stallions? Or do we have to come up with a new name? No, it's going to be called the Chrome Stallions because here's a little tease behind the scenes for you. I originally envisaged, that's the word I'm looking for, Chrome Stallions as a hair metal band. So it's actually, we're just returning to our roots here. It's a metal looking stage too. Where Granum Void even has a stage set up for you. Why would it not? Oh no, we're back in pentatonic minor. Okay. no, we're out of notes. Whoops. Pogs, the pogs and pogging. Hang on. Back to there. Yeah, okay. I've got to learn it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. This cannot be more perfect. This is beautiful. Dude, how do the Relays not have a music room where everyone Shawzin can be? That would actually be the perfect solution. So we did the beat mallet, but unfortunately because there's a little bit of lag. See, it's not quite right. Damn it. Even if I... Hang on. Hold up. No, sir. Alright, see now we got a problem. Now, I'm... Alright, hold up though. Hold up. Hold the phone. Alright, let's get back to chromatic here. He's done it. I feel like I need to learn how to play KEYTAR just to play stupid songs in Warframe. Straight up, I don't think the latency's any different. This just, it's not, it's not perfect. There's a little bit of lag inherently in playing the Shawzin. Need to max Octavia's duration now. I think it's already maxed. Hey, you're looking good and sounding good. I haven't been doing that stuff in ages. Let's actually go. If you get the 4K, you should be able to have Octavia's mallet going. And yeah, that's what we've got. Might be a bit quiet for you though. Thank you for the hydrates, by the way. I owe you guys too. 1, 2. I feel like I need to set up a new camera angle for this. So can you guys hear that? Is this the new weekly visit from Baro KEYTAR? Yes. Damn it. All right. I'm trying to anticipate to compensate for the input lag, but it's tough. You try getting the electronic mallet. I think I've got a few different types. I can switch them out. I can type the rain is making the internet so bad, but I made it. Welcome, Almighty Togepi. Baro KEYTAR and the Chrome Stallions is the best band name I've ever heard in my entire life. Ricky, I sent you a short song in the in-game chat if you want to try it with autoplay. Alright. copy and autoplay this. Oh man. Can I even copy that? Can I copy things? Hang on, what's going on? What has Hooligan done? Alright, KEYTAR and the Crow says, yes, yes. There needs to be a featured Shawzin song. Hang on. Text to speech. Don't fail us now. Oh no, it didn't work. So begins KEYTAR and the Chrome Stanleys. Alright, straight up. Like at the very least that needs to be merch. Put it in the, yeah, if you put it in the Twitch chat, I'll be able to copy it. Oh, you're right, you're right. We should be geared up from the beginning for this. Yeah, alright, here we go. Copying. So, what do I go to songs? How do I do this? Did I still break TTS? Is it still broken? I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. My sprinkler pressure was up too high. You can try it. I don't know. I've only had like 2 instances of it not working. First check autoplay. Yeah. Then go to load song to memory. Gotcha. And then we paste. Yo, there you go. Cruel Angel's thesis sounds a little too low. Oh no, why is it broken? We work? I'm sorry, guys. God, I really I want the pitch bend so bad. And then we run out of notes. So how do you set up a KEYTAR to interact with the game? Alright, so this is how it works. We've got a third-party program that chat kindly recommended to me called Shawzin bot, which allows us to play MIDI tracks on the Shawzin. So it takes a MIDI track and it converts it to key presses for the sake of the game. Then I realized you can actually play live into it. It's got a MIDI input device setting. So right now, I've got my KEYTAR plugged in via MIDI to my audio interface, which is plugged in via USB to the computer. So it's interpreting the MIDI information from there. But I can also set it up to just play my trashy little keyboard over here. And that works just as well. There you go. Michelangelo Poggio, RN. You'll love to see it. So it's just wizardry? Got it. That's correct, yeah. Oh, yo, welcome. You want to pull out your Shawzin as well? Quick question. Did all of this happen because I mentioned the Shawzin, or did I miss a page? I think it's because you mentioned the Shawzin, and then someone, I can't remember if it was you or someone else, mentioned the Shawzin bot. Yes, there you go. Ontario Wood, it's all your fault. Yeah, alright. You gotta get the bops going. Can you hear it in game? You should be able to, right? Is that right? Hang on. Yeah, right. I'm not sure if it's just a little finicky or it's the tone that makes it a little interesting. I love how we went from Railjack to bopping strings of the Shawzin. I mean, which was more entertaining. And the Shawzin playing will probably far outweigh the time grinding. Yes. Maybe you can try playing to my Octavian. Yeah, alright, bop him. Get him going. I'll try my best. Someone getting there with Revenant or Mirage with the disco lights? Yes, please. Yeah, here we go. Ah, see the lag on it? Ah, that's tough, man. Yeah, that's a tough one. I can sometimes get just like a single note going, but then to anticipate the whole thing. All the streamers I watch are on the exact same time today. I'm struggling because I will be missing streams. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Sick song you got there, thank you. Play some Molstein, but he don't like donuts. I don't get it. You really want to have a disco party? Have Mirage use Prism and Doppelgangers to dance while Octavia is bopping them shores and strings? I'll do it. Trying to find. Let's go back to. Right, so that is water fret. Okay, so first string, water fret is an A. Oh man, that sucks. There's still that latency. How you doing Shawzin on the keyboard like that? I'm using a little program, an app called Shawzin Bot that interprets MIDI information from the keyboard and sends it to Warframe. Is it lag kids going through the bot? Unfortunately, no. So if you guys play the... Thank you for the dancing in the background, by the way. If you guys go ahead and play the beat... Here we go. I'll try to keep time. See, it's still off. In fact, it's a little easier for me to anticipate the lag with the keyboard because, of course, I'm more used to this. So that's unfortunate. So probably a little bit better for playing solo. You got the Nightwave dank femora thing? Excuse me, sir? I mean, you have to take into account the human error margin when it comes to playing music, yes. It's hard to find a spot to be a backup dancer. There is a Warframe content creator who has a band of Octavius who just jam their mandicles. I think I've seen him, yeah. Hang on, what's going on there? Let me try that one again. Yeah, no, okay, that's alright. It's just really sensitive. Because you need to take into account the fact that I hit that. Usually, when I hit a key, it's going to register as a range between 1 and 120, oh god, it's 127, right? I think, yes. For velocity, for how hard I've hit it. Whereas this is just zeros and ones, it's on and off. Do we at least get Garuda if not Ash? No.
Narc.
30 minutes farming, 1 hour, 30 minutes jamming. Now that is what I call the law of equivalent exchange. Welcome to the equivalent exchange, baby. No, keep it going, let's go. Please do that on weekends or weekly basis. Not gonna lie, this kind of making me wish I could play the Shawzin on my Xbox with my electric guitar. Oh man, maybe there'll be a way to hack it. Then we run out of notes. Yeah, alright, it could be worse. We're getting Ricky Shawzin covers on YouTube. Oh, baby. I'll be playing around with this for sure. Because, look, I'll be honest. The Shawzin, the idea of it really tickles me. But playing like this is horrendous. I mean, it's actually kind of... I was never good at Guitar Hero. And I think this is actually even harder again. So the fact that I can play it on something I'm used to, yes. Ingwe J. Rickstein, the pogging force, the most 80s pog ever. You love to see it. I want to play guitar now. I'm feeling some Arctic Monkeys. Are you mine? Yo! Do it. He's still grinding just a KEYTAR now. I swear. Alright, so hear me out, guys. This is not... I don't know why I didn't think of this before. But this is not unique to Shawzin bot. Shawzin bot makes this easy for sure. But there is a program I've used before that converts MIDI information to Lover Mirage's ass.
Thanos, come!
There's a program that will convert MIDI information into key presses, so that you can actually have keybinds for it. And I've used it before to play games with a keyboard. I could conceivably play the whole game like this. See, there you go. So that's part of the issue. You actually have to be more precise with this than you would playing regular music or playing this normally, because if I was playing normally and I accidentally hit this F key when I'm trying to hit the E's going to sound out louder because of the velocity difference, but with this, because it's just on and off, if I hit the F, plus because it's monophonic, which means only one note will play at a time, you can't play two notes together, it means the F is going to sound out, the wrong note is going to sound out instead of the one that I intend. So you have to actually be more precise with this. I currently got Inaros and Ivara Prime building. Life is good right now. Yeah. Ivara is real friggin' good. I'm very interested in seeing you kill an Eidolon with KEYTAR. Actual magician got it. Yeah. So does just making them keybinds work better? I doubt it will work better because I think the latency is inherent to how the Shawzin works anyway. Because, like I said, because it's a monophonic instrument and it's just on and off, it's a pretty clunky instrument. And yes, I am referring to the Shawzin as a real instrument. It's a software instrument, alright? I saw a video that explained how to translate going to Shawzin manually. Oh yeah? Do you want to link that in the Discord? My Valkyr and Nezza are going to be done tomorrow, just realized. Yo, congrats. Alright, this is some shit, man. There? That was roughly it. Yeah, there's a little bit. So it's not just. You know what? I think I changed my mind. It's not input lag necessarily, but sometimes if a note is held, go. You can see Ricky farming off camera just so he can jam more on stream. You're on to me.
Narc.
I have a feeling you'd need to set up some macro shenanigans to make this way easier. Oh, look, I don't know. Maybe even not necessarily. I'm so lost. My Rubico weapon has completed, but I don't have space for it. Now I don't know what to get rid of. I love my weapons. Just get... how do I change the instrument? I thought it was A previously. Songs. Is it under songs? Do I turn autoplay off? Get a weapon slot. Can I not switch when I'm in Captura? When I started Warframe, I did not anticipate wanting to keep so many weapons. Yeah, same. You have full access to your arsenal here? Is it in the arsenal though? Oh no, oh no! Oh shit! How do we go forward? Okay, that stopped us. The ability casting kind of works, I know, right? I'm stuck forever, so no. Please, please. Okay. No, wrong way, wrong way. What is forward though? Well, hold on. Think you need to return to your orbiter to switch Shawzin? Yeah, that might be right. Okay, so that stops us for some reason. So let's see where it starts. Oh, is that just idle? That's actually amazing. Alright, what did I miss here?
It's that time again.
Unfortunately, my prism only lasts a few seconds. You hate to see it. Oh, hang on, I can practice in here. Okay, so I got 3 directions. Do we honestly not have forward? Hang on, that actually might make sense. So if I go the Shawzin. Because there's no up, guys. get the base Shawzin. I can't spend all my money. But look, eventually. I don't know what we've learned, but I'm sure we got somewhere. We got mildly somewhere. So, you guys probably can't see my cursor. So see how there's left, right, and down? Because there's no up in the Shawzin, we can't actually move forward. Could farm parts to sell for plat? Farm parts with the KEYTAR to sell for plat. We got new goals to achieve. Okay, so straight up, I think this input lag is kind of Shawzin dependent. How much better does that sound? Holy shit! If I get it right. Loads better? Yeah. The electric Shawzin is just a... It's a bit tough. I have record of the best play ever. Yeah, alright. So if I go... Okay, that's a little bit easier. I know, my mallet's really quiet for some reason. Guys, I'm glad we've had this experience. This is amazing. We've come so far as a community. And I feel like we've all grown together. And it's kind of beautiful. Oh, that's right, I need to switch my MIDI input. So, like, straight up, just try to stop me. Just try to stop me from every single friggin' video. One hell nut, thank you for the follow. Just try to stop me from every single video, slapping on Shawzin bot, and just ripping some solos to celebrate ranking a frame. Alright. Let me turn her off. I will watch every one of them. You do Sleep in the Cold Below yet? I haven't, but I can. Alright. God, how does that one go? Da 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 da. Hang on. Yo. That's not quite right. Anyway, it's in there somewhere. I gotta remember the song again. Sleeping in the cold below da. Oh God. It's like it's. It's on my computer. The actual MIDI. You can see Ricky in a Railjack mission. Squad is knee deep in space beetles. Sorry, space battles. Or Ricky jams a solo. You know I will. You know I will. Alright, hang on. Oh, hang on. So, music, whip. Sleeping in the cold below. Let me open her up. Knee deep in space beetles? That's not how you guys spend your Friday night? Heard a weird sound outside? Just the old dude next door doing laps around his car. Tapping the panels over and over for some reason. Why would you not? Alternate band name? Space Beatles? Okay. What key are we even in here? Let me have a look. Where's the solo? Sorry, I'm looking at... I know you guys probably can't... Actually, let me switch this up so you can see it. There you go. That's what I'm looking at. Da 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 da. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. G. D, D, G down to D. Da. Do, 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 do. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a little bit of it. Saren's mum, please. Things can only get so hot. Anyway. Yo! I've never been more pogged out of my gourd in my life. Legitimately. I'm partially sorry and partially not. Oh, that's right. I need to turn off Shawzin bot before I can regain control of my frame. Please, sir. So, like, straight up. Hold on. Let me turn that off. Shawzin bot. Please. Oh, we can't add you to the... No. Sir. We need to pin to taskbar because you were forever here and we need you. That's how that works.
Analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenier. Error, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Or just remove yourself. You're out of the band. You're fired from the band. You need to apologize for nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Octavia looks like a space beetle keck. Look. Now that you mention it. Oh, look. This is like... You know what? I feel like Jack and the Beanstalk right now. Mum has sent me to market to get Ash and Garuda. And instead, we played the Shawzin. But here's the thing. Playing the Shawzin is going to allow us to climb the Beanstalk of Mystery and meet the giants. And there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, guys. We're going to finish it up here. Great analogy. Thank you. Thank you. Let me find someone to raid. Guys, I need you to tell my story. I need you to tell my story. So let's go raid God, let's go raid Fear So Blue again. Let's go do that. Best stream ever. Thank you. Thank you. Shredding on the Shawzin is a secret way to buff your luck stat for better drop rates. That's... Oh, well, yes. Yes. In fact, I'm going to set up a little shortcut on my stream deck just to open up Shawzin bot. Will it tell them you were knee deep in space beetles? Thank you so much. What an experience. I'm glad you're here, Illyri. Alright guys, there'll be another stream later in the week. We've got more Warframe coming. We've got more New World coming. There's a Harrow video going up at the end of the week, so keep an eye out for that. It's a particularly pog-worthy one, because like anyone who owns Harrow, you know, you go into the abilities menu and it's like things happen. Steel Path, more like Shawzin Path, you'll love to see it.